Alright, what's going on, people? It's a Boxing Genius, and we're back today for a new podcast. It's gonna be a very quick one, okay? And I think this is a big topic for everyone to decipher, for everyone to absorb, because a lot of people are betting on the sport. A lot of people are betting on the sport of boxing, you know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about predictions in particular and who you should listen to, okay? Who the fuck should we listen to? And there are a couple of guys that you can look at, in the Pacquiao versus Spence. Obviously, Algieri made a very big noise because apparently he fought both, and he has opinions for both fighters. He has experience with both fighters, And there are also, of course, ESPN analysts, Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, which I don't completely trust. And of course, there are other legends out there, Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones, who can give you a perspective on this shit. And then there are also current champions who can give you an opinion about the Pacquiao versus Spence fight. And I think it's really a confusing thing to comprehend for people, because you listen to all these different opinions when in fact you should only listen to yourself. This is really what I believe in, man. Y'all should listen to yourself, bro. And you guys should have the critical thinking skills to be able to look at the fighters and their styles in order to form your own opinion, to formulate your own prediction on this shit. Now, I will say though that I'll just put this out there. My predictions have been 4 out of 4 so far, and in all those predictions, I'll name you the fights just so that you won't think that I'm bullshitting. All right, I predicted Oscar Valdez versus Burchout, Ruiz versus Arreola, Canelo versus Kovalev, and Ryan Garcia versus Duno. All of those are on this channel, okay? I've mentioned it before, and all of them have been on point so far, okay? I picked Ryan, I picked Andy, I picked Oscar, and then I picked Canelo over Kovalev back then. And I'll tell you guys this, all those predictions of mine were not from a analyst or from a broadcaster or from another dude that I watch on some fucking channel. All of those were my own opinions, and it's my experience with the sport, and it's my ability to look at fighters separately and to separate their past history from their current state. That's what you guys fail to understand. Just because Spence looked terrible in his last fight don't mean that it's gonna look terrible this fight, okay? We are people of patterns, and I think the more people pick up on patterns, the less intelligent we're gonna be. Why is that? Because what happened before is not necessarily a justification for what's going to happen today, because there are a lot of things and a lot of factors in boxing which you have to consider before making a conclusion about which one beats which. Which one is gonna beat Pacquiao? Which one is gonna beat Spence? It's not only about their last fight, and you guys should all have the critical thinking skills in order to be able to make your own predictions, especially if you're putting money on the line, especially if you're betting online, or if you're going to Vegas and you're gambling and you're putting money onto this shit. You should have your own ability to study and look at both fighters. Look at the advantages, the disadvantages, look at the odds, look at the risk, look at the reward, and look at who exactly has the edge. And that's what my channel is for. My channel is for helping you guys to have the critical thinking skills to be able to think on your own, not to be able or not to be dependent on those fucking analysts who don't know shit about boxing, not to be preoccupied with all the opinions of other fighters who gives their predictions, not to be preoccupied with all the predictions that the legends are giving you. All due respect to all those guys, okay? All due respect to Roy Jones, to Lennox Lewis, to George Foreman for giving their opinions, but you should not be dependent on their opinion. You should have your own, and you should have your ability to see things in your own way and formulate your own predictions. So that is my message for today, people. If you're betting, if you're putting your money on the line for this shit, develop your critical thinking skills and develop your eye for boxing, your ability to study films and study fighters. That's what my channel is for. I'm helping y'all out. Go watch your film studies, and after watching a couple of them, you can watch the fights on your own and you can study them by yourself, and you can make your own predictions on this shit, folks. But anyway, if y'all want to make it easy, just listen to me. Okay, listen to my predictions. I'm not being a narcissist here, but so far, 4 out of 4 fights that I predicted was on point. Okay, Canelo Kovalev, Romero Duno versus Garcia, Valdez versus Burchelt, and then what's the other one? Canelo versus Kovalev. Okay, so all those 4 fights were on point. Hopefully my other predictions will be on point as well. We're gonna have to wait and see. On May 29th, Donato versus Ubali. My prediction on that is Ubali. If y'all want to bet your money on Ubali because you watch my video or something, thank you so much. I'm sure you're not gonna get disappointed. I'm pretty damn sure that Ubali wins this one unless Donato lands a pretty good punch that can put him down. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's too slick. So that was it. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. I know these podcasts don't get a lot of views, but for serious motherfuckers out there who really want to get the message, who really want some wisdom, these videos are perfect. Join me on Patreon if y'all want a full setup of this shit, a microphone, camera, everything. And I'll do some live streams in the future, man. I'm telling y'all, that's gonna happen soon. Just so that you won't have to tolerate the bullshit that all these analysts are putting out, whether it's YouTube, it's ESPN, Sports Center. I don't like their opinions at all, man. They don't have the thinking skills to be able to explain really what's about to happen and what's going on in boxing. A lot of them don't know shit. So that was it. See you guys soon. Peace, man, and subscribe to the channel if you're new.